Well, we're super excited to have you back to the National Real Estate Cafe. Look at that. New graphics and everything just for you, where you get your daily dose of real estate and so much more.
Yeah, today we're talking about more. In fact, we're talking about a lot more debt, Don. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, though, right?
Well, let's show you this first clip. Okay, when you see this, this is what CNBC and all the other media love to throw out there. Household debt just surpassed the record levels reached during the 2008 financial crisis. Gino, we're going into another financial crisis.
Well, of course we are, Don. Well, look, let's be honest, right? The United States as a whole has always been a debt-ridden country. Our government's in debt, and so are we. But that's what actually makes us thrive as well, is that allows us to take a little more risk than other countries do, and that's how we've grown.
Yeah, and so let's go back to that slide. There's a key part in this thing. So debt rose 149 billion compared to last quarter in 2016. The key thing is the second statement here. Reaching the peak raised questions about financial meltdown, but the data shows that the current debt structure rose substantially from mortgage debt. That's a key thing.
Now, don't be scared. That doesn't mean we're going to have another mortgage meltdown, because ultimately we are still lending to the absolute best borrowers we ever have, and we'll talk a little bit about what's different now than back then. Let's go to that next slide.
All right. So this next slide, I'll break out. Oop, I got to help you with that.
The next slide. The next slide.
There it is.
Yeah, all right.
Holy cow. All right, you can see we do this just live. All right, so even though debt did surpass that in 2008, and here it shows mortgage debt has fallen 73% compared to 68% since the peak. But again, a good portion of our debt is mortgages.
So yeah, so it fell dramatically since the peak, but then it's risen again since 2016.
Right.
And the reason that's happening is credit availability continues to be cheap.
Correct.
Housing continues to be pushed by the media as the best investment in history. Funny how that happened.
Yeah,
again.
we keep saying that.
Right. And then what's interesting here, though, is that debt per capita is actually, down. And that's what I think is important, is because of population growth, each person carries less debt. And I think that's a very important number, Don.
All right. And the next one, yeah, we're going to have to share, because you'll say, oh, all this debt, scary, scary. But the beautiful thing is the amount of delinquency rates, meaning percent of debt past 90 days or more late, is only at 3.37%. When back in 2008, actually 2010, it got up as high as 8.7%. And back in 2008, when the mortgage meltdown started happening, was at 5.1%.
Okay, so at the end of the day, in this country, debt is a good thing. It allows our economy to grow. It's a good thing. The only catch with our capitalist system is that it's fantastic while there's full employment.
Right.
If full employment disappears, it causes problems. So employment looks good. Right now, the picture is rosy.
All right. So we just wanted to let you know, be careful what the media spends, because the economy is still strong. Don't worry about the extra debt. You shouldn't be getting into it unless it's for a mortgage. We keep telling you that. Best investment there is.
If you look at it, it was mortgages, student loans. It wasn't a lot of revolving debt.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, you heard right here on the National Real Estate Cafe. You can get these sent to your phone daily by texting NREC to number 58885, or check us out at donandgino.com.